What's going on, everybody? It's the One Nation Podcast 864, and I've been promising y'all this interview, man. We tried to chop it up last week, but we couldn't. I had a little situation on my side of the family, but I finally got the man of the hour on, the guy Cam Nettles. He's in the building. Cam, I've been hearing a lot about you, man. I can't wait to do this interview. But, bro, before we even get started, give us a snippet, of something that we don't know about Cam. We done heard your music. But I mean, tell us a little bit about your background, just a little bit before we get deep into it.
Okay. Well, my name's Cam. I'm Cam Nettles. Originally from Florence, South Carolina. That's my hometown. So 843%. Moved to Atlanta January of this year. Finally, I had been working with Kevin in one degree for about 3-4 years, and we finally decided that it was right for me to just move. So I was commuting from South Carolina all the way to Atlanta, which is it's a nice little car. So
I know, because I'm gonna tell you something. Florence, you said Florence, right?
Yeah, right outside of Columbia.
I'm from Spartanburg, right up in the 864.
Okay, that's where my dad lives.
Okay, cool. Then we in there. Then we already got the connection going. I like that. I'm gonna like this one a little better than I thought.
So one thing a lot of people don't know about me, I am a massive sports fan.
Oh,
massive. Yeah. Primarily baseball, and I'm a
Who your team is?
I'm a Yankees fan. So
I knew it's the reason I liked you.
7 World Series championships. They call us the Evil Empire. It's you either hate us or
Derek Jeter.
Number 2, baby. That's my captain. So
yes,
baseball, football, basketball. Because before I started music, I wanted to be a sports commentator. Actually, I went to school. I was in college for about 1.5 years before I started doing this professionally, and I wanted to actually go into the journalism world.
Right.
So sports have always been, my grandfather played football, my dad played basketball. That was kind of like, so I expected to go into sports.
Right.
What they say, like music takes you over.
Yeah. But let me ask you something. I mean, like when you say you was going into sports, I mean, did you play football? You played basketball? What did you do?
I played basketball.
I played basketball.
So I started with soccer when I was really young, because everybody wants to be try the soccer parents thing.
Right.
So I played one soccer game. It was cold. I looked at my parents and I was like, never again. So soccer was out. My mom didn't want me to play football because she was afraid I was going to get hurt. So that was scratch that. And then I tried basketball. I played basketball on and off for a while, and then I finally was like, my dad was real hard on me because when you think you know everything about the game, you're like, that's it. Bro. I finally was like, I need to find something else to do because I never really fit in anywhere, and so I literally one day I was like, you know what, I'm gonna teach myself how to play an instrument, and then we just the journey started. And
okay, so you said you're gonna teach yourself how to play an instrument. Now, can you tell us what you play now? Now, let me back.
Okay.
The instrument that you taught yourself how to play, is it the same one you play now, or is it that something you grew into with another instrument?
It's the same one I played. So my main thing is I play keyboard. So I play piano. Right. So I taught myself how to play that. I like to say 8, 9, 10. My mom likes to say like 12. So I was real, it was something that I kind of just I liked, and then kind of just decided to go with. I played a little bit of guitar. I played drums. I play. I like to say I play horns, but so my main inspiration is Prince. So take Prince and the 87 instruments he could play.
Okay.
I always thought it would be so cool when I do shows to be able to just switch from instrument to instrument to instrument. So I'm kind of weird in that lane of, if I see an instrument or if I see somebody do something I like, I'm like, I got to learn how to play that instrument. That's like in the back of my head. So I started with piano, and I'm still like, because the world keeps evolving. I'm still trying to go like here with instruments. And so, I mean, music's universal. So I have all the time in the world to learn anything. So but piano's my thing. That's what people know.
So you say Prince. So I guess Prince was your guy, right? That's
ever since I was little.
So it should be you. I'm pretty sure you've seen the classic Purple Rain probably a million times, right?
More than I should. I probably saw that way before I should too.
Right, me too.
Playing in the house, but the waters of Lake Minnetonka and
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bird and
Apollonia.
that's it. Apollonia. Believe it or not, Apollonia was one of my first crushes.
Hey, I'm not mad
I
at you.
didn't say that, but
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you because she was one of mine too, brother. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But nah, man, shouts out to Prince, man. He was a hell of an artist, man. Can you give me one of your favorite Prince songs? I mean, we can do this all day because he got hits.
We can because I'm gonna go down the list.
Okay, shoot him.
I know Shaka Khan did her version. I Feel for You. I'm a like old school Prince fan, so all of his like I Want to Be Your Lover.
Yeah.
But I really like the Beautiful Ones because of the piano is it's just so much the way that he just like he cried with it too. I'm an emotional artist, so when I can tap into, I don't want to give you a cliche like it's Purple Rain or it's Raspberry Beret or it's 19. So like the Beautiful Ones. I like Cream too.
Okay.
Cream is one of my favorites just because of the bass line and the rock.
Right.
Like you said, I could do this all day. So
I know you can. I can tell.
yeah, but I like to say I'm very well versed when it comes to Prince's discography. Like a lot of songs that people don't know, I've tried to like because you want to learn as much as you can. So naturally you're going from his first album all the way to all his live albums to like my kicker, I never got to see him live. Do you know how many people I have come into contact with that have said, "Oh, I saw Prince at Madison Square Garden. And I'm like, I don't want to talk to you anymore because
what's crazy about that, man? I had an uncle that seen him live, and to be honest, I thought he was joking. I thought he was lying. I was like, man, you ain't never seen Prince live. He said, no, I'm for real. And I think it was, if I'm not right, it was somewhere in Cali. If I'm right, this back in the day. But I wish there could have been something I got to see too. You know what I mean?
Just because that's one of those experiences you just like. Right. I've been grateful. I got to see Stevie Wonder, another big inspiration of mine.
Okay.
So I got to check that off the list because I mean, you want to talk about I was raised on old music, so all the artists that had these big band records, they still sound like 50, 60 years. Like Stevie sounds the same. I saw Earth, Wind, and Fire. They sound like that's what. Oh yeah.
But you went. Oh man, I can talk to you all day. So see, my pops is old school. You know what I'm saying? Earth, Wind, and Fire. If you want me to go back a little further, the Commodores, Temptations. I even get the dramatic stuff. I can do this. But I heard you say your biggest inspiration. I mean, now out of them, you said Stevie Wonder, Prince, Earth, Wind, and Fire. You say Earth, Wind, and Fire, but who was the artist that made you say, you know what, I want to do this? This is something that I really want to do.
I love this question. Elton John.
Okay, so that's respect. Yeah.
Growing up as I got to read his biography that he wrote, his own book that he wrote about like his whole life and everything, and I think that was really the turning point that made me realize like everything that I'm going through and how like I never fit in with anybody. I had these moments where I didn't know what I was gonna do. Like his journey really spoke to me as like an outlet to say, if you really want to do this, this is your inspiration. So my playing style, the way that I'm flashy on stage, from the way I do my phrasings on the key, like you listen to any of my music and like my project is coming out soon, like you can just tell that it is just, I mean, even the way I dress on stage, like I try not to go too flamboyant, but it's like the elements are there. Sometimes I wear flat, like it's just.
Yeah, you just do your thing. I feel you.
And he just like he played a role in that. Billy Preston, believe it or not, played a big role in that too. And they call him the fifth Beatle. He was just playing. And even like Jerry Lee Lewis and Little Richard. Like
Jerry Lee Lewis and Little Richard's dope. Yeah.
I like to think that all those guys really laid the foundation for the new era of, we don't see a lot of people that get on stage and play consistently for like 2 or 3 hours. So I want to be the next. I want people to know me for my keyboard playing on top of me just as an artist. So I feel like Elton really laid the foundation as somebody that has been through like your life story and never fit in to kind of evolve. So
Right. Well, man, I'm gonna say this, man. I give you a shout out to mention Jerry Lee Lewis. You don't hear a lot of people mention this name like that no more. You know what I'm saying? And since you said that, I mean, I can tell that you know your music. You know what I'm saying? You know your craft.
I
But
like to think I do, yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to dive back. I'm gonna see if you remember this. When was the first time that Cam Nettles actually blessed the stage with his keyboard, and how was that?
Uh, so I like to say my first real show was, believe it or not, it was at a coffee shop. It was right after
Okay.
my senior year of high school. So
Okay.
either right after my senior year or towards the end of my senior year. But I met this guy, and he looked up to me for a while, but we were never really friends. His name was Tristan Elliott, and he played drums. But he finally came up to me one day and was like, "I love what you do." He's like, "If you're serious about doing something, we should collaborate." And I was like, of course, like if I want to do it, like I'm going to need to eventually, network with people if this is what I want to do. So we used my high school's music room every lunch period, 5 days a week. And just, I'm not even kidding, 5 days a week. We would sit in there for the whole 30-minute lunch period and just talk music. So it finally got to the point where we connected, and we had so much chemistry that we decided to do it legitimately. So we played a coffee shop, and I think we played for like an hour. For the whole hour, not a single person took their eyes off of us. Like, people, look at their phones, or they'll be over here, or a single person broke eye contact with us the whole. They were sitting on because back then I was playing nothing but covers, so it was your Stevie Wonder and your Elvis. So for people, that was really the first time to hear people sing back those lyrics to you, and it was like, oh my God, I've got something here. Like there's something like I can do. And so it just since then I've been like, where am I going next? What am I doing? Like it was then that I kind of felt blessed, because I was like, when you can do something that you love, especially being a self-taught musician, and you can touch people, because that's I really want to have people connect with my music and be like an outlet. It was just, I tell people it's like a spiritual experience, man. It's
I believe you, man. I definitely believe you. Now, I mean, I've had a lot of your partners on here, from Young Hing, Brielle, Dewan, everybody. So I'm gonna ask you the same question, because something just gets me, man. Kevin is an electrifying soul. So Kevin know everybody. So
everybody.
Tell me, how did you meet him? You say you worked with him for about 3 years, you say?
Hey, it might be a little over 4 now. Yeah. So
tell me how that happened, man.
You know everybody. So I'm first off, let me say I'm very blessed to know him. So I'm proud that because he has done it's like that song, he's done miracles on me. I'm not even kidding you. He's like, every day there's a new opportunity. So shout out Kevin. I know he's watching. I love you.
Yes, sir.
So funny story, my aunt came over. So we lost my great aunt Rosemary. She passed away. And so a week after the funeral, my aunt came over to my house, and she said, I think you should audition for this talent agency. And so when you hear that, you're like, really, like, what's the opportunity? So for 2 weeks straight, when it came to that day to audition, I cried myself out of it. I didn't want to go. I was like, you're not good enough. When you get in your head and you're just like,
really? Yeah.
I told myself no. I said, I'm not going to do it. So I finally mustered up the courage to go. And I get there, and I talked with the agent on the phone, and she was like, you're just going to perform in front of me if things go well, which she said they probably will. We can talk contract and all that. So I get there. What she doesn't tell me is that I'm performing for every single person that is signed to that agency too. So I walk in the room, and all the eyes just turn. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, so, me being a little shy kid back then, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I plugged in, and I played Tiny Dancer, that Elton John song. And I remember walking on stage, and she had a contract in her hand, and she was like, she handed it to me. So I signed with that town. They're from Chester, so Z1 Models in town. So they're in Chester. Donna Ehrlich has done miracles too. She got me to where I am. So shout out to them.
Shouts out to them.
That summer, they have a talent showcase every summer. So that's actually where I first performed Billy Preston. I did nothing from nothing. And Kevin's business partner at the time was one of the talent scouts there. So I got connected through him, and we started working together. And they actually had me go to another audition later that year. And I walk into the building, and the first face I meet, smiling right there, is Kevin. And he looks at like 10. There were like 10 of us that came to audition, and he goes, "Hi, I'm Kevin Bryant." And so you're like, "Who's this guy?" Like he has such a like vibrant, like you can't help but like want to engage with him because he's so But so we connected back then, and it's seriously been the situation that we were in and everything that we've been through for us to be where we are now is just I would say the world.
That's all right, man. Because I had to ask you that because I said, man, everybody got a story about meeting Kevin, man. I said I gotta ask Cam what's his story. What's the story? But man, let's fast forward a little bit, man. So you know, Elton John. So I'm gonna assume that if you could do a track, it would be with Elton.
Absolutely, he'd be up there.
Definitely be with Elton. Prince, I'm pretty sure.
If music in heaven, yes.
Yes.
If we do the heaven list, there's a long list of people.
Oh yeah, now I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even an artist, but if I can do a heaven list, man, it'll be something serious.
Absolutely, I think so. Elton's up there. Billy Joel is definitely there as somebody that I would collaborate with. I'm trying to think. You know who I get comparisons to all the time, and I used to hate it because I have red hair. Everybody's like, "It's Ed Sheeran." And I used to hate it, but now when people are like, no, like they're saying it because of like who I am and like how I am as a person and how I am on a like I've started to like take it and run with it because I'm like now it's not just you're just another kid with red hair. Like you're in the music industry and you're potentially trying to go where Ed Sheeran is. So it's like I feel like me doing a record with Ed Sheeran and we say something about redheads and whatever like that. I think that'd be cool too.
I'm gonna make it a little hard on you, Cam. I ain't never asked nobody this. I mean, we talk like this in the barbershop and with my partners and stuff like this. Now, this is gonna throw you off, but you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. So we talk about the list in heaven. We got artists that have came before us, man. That's been just magical. If you could bring back one for an hour and not make a track, but actually sit down face to face and have a conversation with, who would it be?
Oh my!
I know it's tough.
Yeah.
I'm known for asking tough questions, man. So I'm sorry.
I mean, the obvious answer for me would be Prince because but I feel like that's too cliche because I've already talked about that. I feel like in terms of trendsetters and people like maybe like an Elvis, maybe like a what, maybe even like a James Brown.
That'd be nice.
Godfather. So just to like because I would love to know what somebody like James Brown thinks about me. And what I like, because when you look at me, you don't think, what I do. I get that all the time. That when when I go on stage, I have shock value automatically because they're like, "You do that?" Like, yeah, that's my. So it's like, I feel like it would have to be somebody that could drop knowledge for an hour nonstop. Which all legends could, but somebody that could drop like the groundbreaking knowledge.
Right.
Like somebody that would blow you away, and you'll be able to talk about it for years. So I feel like
that's what I said. It would have to be somebody that like really could drop some jewels on me. I mean, not saying nobody else can't, but it gotta be somebody that can drop them jewels and have me locked in. I'm just looking at them like, yo, I did not know you had that side to you. You know what I mean? It's something that shocked me. You know what I mean? But I had to answer that, man. That's a tough question, but we had to get out of the way. But yes, sir. Now, 1 Degree Entertainment, man. So what year did you hook up with them?
I think think, 1 Degree's only been around for a little over a year. So I think, naturally me knowing Kevin and me working with Kevin, I was kind of like automatically brought into the scheme of things. I didn't have to like go through. So really when 1 Degree was born, when Kevin and Alvin, his longtime business partner and best friend who passed away recently,
Right. Okay.
I was kind of already a part of it. So it naturally just, Cam Nettles was like one of the 3 or 4 artists that 1 Degree just automatically came out with. So I
got you.
so it's maybe been close to a year and a half now that we've been around. Okay. So we're finally hitting that peak of getting things rolling. So, but apparently, word on the street is 1 Degree's the next big thing. I had a little word.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It is because I mean, since I met Kevin through him, man, and we've been talking back and forth. I did the podcast with him. It's like how they say you talk to somebody, you see them everywhere. And next thing I know, 1 Degree is blowing up. Y'all doing y'all thing over there. I can't even lie to you, man. And then I'm gonna tell you how I know you guys are taking it somewhere, because I got some people here in upstate, in Spartanburg, and they're like, "Yo, what's going on 1 Degree Entertainment?" And I'm just looking at them like, "What you do the podcast with?" And they say, "No, man, I heard some good things coming out the camp." They name you, Brielle, Young Hing. I had Young Hing on here.
Yeah, that's my guy.
And the one, I can't never get his name right.
Is it Dewan or DeRico?
Dewan and DeRico. But I'm gonna tell you what really got me. I when I had Brielle on, I said I was gonna wait, because I did a podcast with all 3 of them. But I said,
I watched. I was there.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna ask her something. So I asked Brielle on the podcast we did with her by herself. I said, "Did I see you in one of those Country Wayne skits?" She was like, "Yeah, that was me." But then I look up today, and I see another one, and it got Dewan in it. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, they here. They making noise. Y'all doing things in the studio and out the studio, man. I like that about y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie.
That's when you know it's working.
You next, so get ready.
We have motion, if you will.
Yeah, you got motion. But man, let me take you back to your roots, man. Since we both from South Carolina, what was it like? And you know what? And what's crazy, I got a friend of mine from Florence. So what was it like growing up back in the day in Florence, man? Because for some reason, I know 3 people from Florence, and you're the 3rd one, and everybody got a different, perspective. So tell me a little bit about that.
Florence has always been home to me. So I was but well, I like, so technically I was born in Myrtle Beach, but I still from South Carolina. Florence is always home, because I've been there since I was literally a baby. But there's a lot. It's one of those towns that it's just full of nice people. Like, we have a guy that has blown up recently. I'll be on social media that is doing food reviews and has blown up and just taken the world.
Yeah, you come up here a lot.
Yeah. It's just like, I feel like Florence is an underrated city, because there's just so many like nice, like you literally have people in the city that'll take the shirt off their back for you. So I feel like that's one thing that I was very blessed to be raised in a place that, I had that outlet, from going to places to see it. You go into the supermarket and 5 people. Like, you go to the park, or you go to a concert, and everybody. It's just real, like, it's a real tight-knit community. So
right. All y'all say the same thing, man. They say it's like it's home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody knows a little bit about everybody. You know what I mean? But I did not know you was from Florence, though, man. I'm shocked about that. I got a South Carolinian in here, man. Yeah, I'm excited about this.
Yes, sir.
But now, the transition from Little Florence to Atlanta. Tell me what that is like.
So, do you know how crazy it is to? I'll speak to everybody on this. To have something to do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I feel like you know how they call New York the city that never sleeps. Atlanta is the
Yeah,
southern version of that.
it
Like
is.
we it is so crazy that you can just be out and there's 10 things going on. Like it could be 3 in
Right.
the morning and you're just out driving and there's something going on
Mhm.
here, there's something going on that like
Right.
it was a big change for me
It
certainly.
was.
But I made we made the decision because we knew it was where I needed to be. You know, you can only do so much when you're working out of a big city and you're 3 hours
Right.
away. So it
Yeah.
made so much sense for me. And you know, I I'll go somewhere and we'll go into a venue or a little show and I'll know 3 people and they'll know me. And so it's like
That's
I
what's
feel
good.
like you know how I spoke on the tight knit community in Florence. The
Yeah.
music community in Atlanta is the same way. There's so many musicians that I've worked with and that I've been blessed to know that I've played with on several shows. And it might have been 2 or 3 years ago, but they still remember me. That's
Oh man.
really it's you know that hits you here, right?
It
That's
do. It's touching.
uh, it's I'm very blessed to be submerged in that group of people.
Right. Right,
And
man.
I
You got a
started.
good group. And you got a good group you're with, man. You got some good people around you, man. That always that helps out a lot, man, because I mean, you can only do so much, but when you got a team around you that's built for that, man, sky's
Oh,
the limit. It
it's
is, man. Man, I'm telling you, man. Now, we just talked about that. So this is why I want to get to know a little bit more about Cam, man. I said I was gonna start this night and I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna ask you a question. And
okay.
you just say, like, for instance, I'm gonna say um basketball, baseball, you pick one. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna go back and forth like that. We're gonna get
Okay.
to know you about what you're interested in. So since we started off, I'm gonna do that. I know you're a baseball fan, but you play basketball. So if you had to pick one, basketball, baseball, which one?
Mm. Baseball
Hmm.
has my heart. So
Baseball has
I go baseball. Yeah.
and you're a Yankee fan, right?
Yeah.
Yankee fan. Okay, now let's see this. Partying on a Saturday night or open studio session? Free. Free open studio session.
Free open studio session. Well, I don't. Okay. So obviously, because you know I do what I do, but also I'm not a
You're not a party.
partier. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
That stuff's not for me. So naturally, you know, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go where I feel comfortable. Because if I go into environments like that, into a party
Yeah.
scene, I'm gonna be like
Yeah.
this. But if I go to a
you
studio session, I'm here, I'm there,
wide
I'm
open.
playing things, I'm right. Like I have the
Okay.
whole world in my hands. So definitely a
Okay.
studio.
So let's do this. Saturday night, Cam trying to get him a bite to eat. What we doing? Wings or burgers? What we doing?
Wings.
From where? In Atlanta. From where?
Oh,
Ooh, I had it. I got you.
you know, I'm surprised. I have asked so many people where the bet because you know everybody has a different answer. Kevin has
Yeah.
a different answer. You know, other
Yeah.
people on the team. I've asked Preston. I've asked Young Heem. You know, they all.
Right.
But Young Heem took me to this place called JJ's.
JJ. Okay.
And I was like, I was blown away because it was the first time I'd had the wings that had the seasoning on top. You know, like
Oh, really?
they're like snow wings, like real wings.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, wings coming. But I was like, when I tell you that like it was gone, it was gone. So
You tore him up.
anybody out there that can tell me the top wing spot in Atlanta,
Listen, y'all. Let him know.
I'm all ears, man. Just but
All
definitely
right,
wings.
man, let's go here. Musicians. Okay. We already talked about Prince. We talked about Stevie Wonder, but you said something. Elton John, I feel like is your man, your guy. So I hate to do this to you. I really do. I hate to do this to you.
How many times are you gonna do that to me?
I'm gonna do it to y'all through the studio, through the podcast, bro. We gonna have a good time tonight. So you got Elton John, Stevie Wonder. Look at him. He friends. I told you, man, I came up with some stuff.
I ought to walk away because you're doing this to me. Oh
Hey,
my
don't feel bad. I'm gonna do it to everybody else that come after you first.
So so my whole life, if we're going based off of Cam from when he was a child to now, Elton. But as my musical prowess has, you know, expanded and I've really it's become more driven by the Stevie Wonders. So as much as I hate to say it, because everybody that knows me and that is going to see this or that knows Cam knows that I'm Elton John all the way, I'm going to say Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
Plus, seeing him in November, really like the man played for 3 hours and 10 minutes nonstop, and sounded like he did in the 70s.
That's good,
So
man.
So
Well,
I think.
I'm gonna tell you what, I ain't gonna hit you too much harder no more. I ain't gonna do it because that was the one, you know.
Yeah.
But I want to know a little bit like what's your goals in this music thing, man? Like, where do you see yourself, you know, a year, 2, 3 years from now? You know, what do you have in your mind? Like, yo, this is the direction I want to go. This is where I want to be. Talk to me a little bit.
Okay, so I have my debut EP. My debut album is coming out first of the year, so stay tuned. Okay. It's produced by Sherrod Allen, who's the guitar player for. I don't know if you've heard of the Band of Brothers.
I've heard of them. I've heard
right now, like they're playing here, there, and everywhere. So shout out to Sherrod. Sherrod produced it. I'm hoping that's that obviously that's the introduction to the world when it comes to Cam Nettles. So I'm hoping that's going to generate enough success to where I can continue to do what I do, but continue to get to different, like, the ultimate end goal for me is to be able to say, I played MSG or I played, when you can do a sold out arena tour and you can fill 85,000 seats, you've made it. I don't want to stop until I get there. So it's doing everything I have to do year on year on year, hopefully not too many years, but it's, you kind of have to, you have to pay your dues to get to where you want to go. So I'm kind of in that process of learning what that's like, starting in smaller places, doing the promotional stuff, so hopefully everything that I'm learning how to do and where I'm being placed is going to put me where I need to go. It's a journey. So I'm very excited to see what's in store.
Yeah, me too, man. I like I say, since I heard about you, I've been following you, and like I say, the whole Wonder Degree Entertainment. But something I want to ask you, like, you got, I know where you say it's dropping the beginning of the year, right?
Beginning of the year. Yep.
But can you give me a track off that EP that you want everybody to hear? Like, yo, I'm here. Like, this is the track that's gonna say, yo, I'm Cam Nettles, and I'm in my bag and I'm talking. So
so this is the thing. I feel like I have such a solid, well-rounded project that it is. I know. Listen to these words. I'm listening. No, this is so crazy for me because if you talk to Kevin, he'll tell you stories about when I first started this process. When I had my first studio session, I didn't say a word. So for me to be where I am now, like pronouncing saying these things, being able to sit here and talk, it's like it's nice to see growth in me. So that's why I react, because I'm like, but I have this song called "On My Way." It's actually called OMW. It's called "On My Way," and it's really a ballad song. It's just pure piano and vocals. There's like it kind of builds up to this gospel choir-y thing. It's real, but it is it's basically putting my journey to where I am now and where I'm going to words. So it's like my whole life story, everything that I've been through, where I want to go in a musical song. So I feel like if there's one song that I could really, tell people this is the one you need to listen, it's called "On My Way." I also have a song called "Regrets" that talks about, wishing that you could go back and turn back time, like a Cher, turn back time and really undo everything that you necessarily didn't do the right way, or if you want a second chance with things. I'm learning that I'm a visual storyteller and I'm a lyrical storyteller too. So I feel like everybody can relate to all of my music. My music's real upbeat, very, very fun. I want to be that. I want to be a voice for people. That's what I want. Because I have, when somebody comes up to you and they say, "Man, you made me think about blah 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 and blah blah blah." They have a personal moment with you.
Right.
If I do that with one person, imagine doing that with the world. Like, that's where I'm trying to head. I'm trying to touch people worldwide and like.
Well, I love your vision, man, and what you're talking about. Now I'm gonna give you some props. You got some people in here. I don't know if you can see the comments, but your boy Preston say the EP is gonna blow your mind. So shouts out to him. Of course,
Shout out
we got
to me, man. Preston,
yeah.
my guy. That's my we have what's called a key man system. So
Okay.
obviously Kevin, so I gotta give a lot of props to Kevin because the amount of stuff that he has to endure on a regular basis dealing with 8, 9, 10 artists.
I bet it is, bro.
It is. I wish you could sit in a room with him for 24 hours and watch him work. But It is so nice to see Preston come on. And I'll talk. First off, let me stress how important it is to have a team.
Okay,
having a team that works for you, having a team that does every little aspect from the real management side to your bookings to your social media and your PR. One Degree literally has a person for everything. So shout out to Preston because he's my key man. So he handles all things really Cam Nettles. But we have, shout out to.
Yeah, you got Dorico say Cam is the wild card for sure.
I'm just a guy, man. I'm just a musician. I'm just trying to. But I get it. But that's the thing with One Degree is we have every single artist is different.
Yeah.
You have R&B, you have pop soul, you have hip hop, you have. We're
very versatile.
Yes, and Kevin told me he said if you think about it, he said we have the potential to be the second Motown. And when he said that, I was like, oh.
Yeah, you locked in.
But when you think about it, having what we have, we can do that.
Right.
Everybody has their own thing, and everybody's going to be successful. So we're really. But like I said, it wouldn't be possible without a team. So everybody at One Degree just makes the artist's life 10 times easier. That's all I'm gonna say. So shout out to everybody.
You know what I would love to see, man? I would love to see on the billboards one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the artists, One Degree Entertainment, one night only, Madison Square Garden, and I want the bottom to say sold out. And everybody come out there and just, and I'd be like, yo, I've been knowing them for a long time. You know what I'm saying? They're doing their thing, man. And like you say, y'all so versatile. You like you say, different genres here and there, man. Then like just chopping it up with him the other week, learning a little bit about his background. Dorico, Juwan, you, Brielle. It's crazy, man. Then you got Kevin behind you. Then Myra, she's on here too. Myra, she say we cranking it up. She's been a big support system, bro. Like you're right. You got a team. They really go hard for y'all, man. Like real talk, man. And that's so. That happens, but it's the first time I got to see like a team of you guys really going there hard, man. And I salute you, man. I pray you guys do big things. And hey, I got to get down to the A and C, y'all. Real talk. So I asked Myra when the next thing y'all got going on. I'm trying to find out so I can get down there. So we're gonna see what we can do.
You gotta make it okay. So I'll tell you.
Okay.
October 19th, we have this thing called the World Party Experience. It's it's an international festival that's being put on in the Old Fourth Ward down here in Atlanta, and they're trying to bring every single continent together. So you have DJs, you have food, you have music, everything. But I'm actually going to be performing. We have a couple other people. So really, we're trying to do we have a One Degree time slot.
Okay.
So you'll see some. I don't know if everybody's performing, but I know that I'm performing. So that's big for us. I'm actually returning home too. So I'm going to Florence on the 1st of November to play the Pecan Festival.
Okay.
It'd be nice to get back home and see some people. I wish I had the ability to go home every weekend. Like I'm a kid in college, but now that I'm out here doing things, so it'll be nice to return home there too. And then looking towards the first of the year, man, it's going to get crazy. So
okay, man. Well, I like it, man. I'm glad you guys y'all really got motion, man. Y'all doing your thing. And like I say, I tell everybody, man, I love to see people come together as one and make things happen. And y'all got a hell of a team over there, man. I salute you. And like I say, that's big. Like you say, when it comes to a team, man, and you stay prayed up, you believe in God, keep your faith. Y'all can go as far as
You can do anything.
Anything, man, anything. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I hate we didn't get to do it last week, but I'm glad we got to do it tonight because every timing is everything. It wasn't God's plan to make it happen, so I actually enjoyed this way more than I knew I would have last week because I wasn't in a good headspace, man. You know what I mean? So
that's crazy. That's the universe. That's how things work. And,
that's how it works, man. That's how it works.
We're just two guys chopping it up, man. You know?
Yeah, man. But before we get out of here, I need for you to let the people know, where they can find you, what you got going on. Like you just told me, October 19th. Share that with us one more time, man, because you got people listening. I'm gonna share this everywhere.
Okay, so let's break it down. So you can find me on everything, all social media at Cam Nettles. That's CAM. Okay. Oh, it's literally right there. I'm sorry, but that's how it's Cam Nettles. I have a new single that dropped actually a couple weeks ago. It's called No Games. So that's out on platforms. That is we call that a coming of age record because that's been done for about 2 years. So it finally got the right time just to put something out, just to kind of kickstart things. So that's
right.
When you hear that record and you look at me, you're going to be like,
"Oh, I've been listening to it."
there's a little bit of shock value.
Yeah.
So that's out. So you can listen to a little, Cam Nettles.
Okay.
And obviously I have shows. So October 19th here in Atlanta, we're doing the World Party Festival. You can go to their website at World Party Experience and get tickets. Ticket. Cool. You go through there and do that. November 1st, I'm back home in Florence. So it's all my people, all my South Carolina people come out support. I have I think I'm playing an hour show. So I'm on the bill. I'll be out there. And then, like I said, first of the year, where it goes. Okay. I'm touching down and I'm ready, man. I'm
glad, man, that you're doing your thing with them in the beginning of the year. Oh, we got some more comments coming in. Emery says, "I ain't playing no games."
Hey, you know what they say? They say a catchy hook.
It is.
If you have a catchy hook, I ain't playing no games.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I've been singing it in my head like real talk, and my wife been looking at me like, "You play? That's Cam." I said, "Yeah, that's him."
That's crazy.
My dad. 1 Degree Entertainment just say BA 1021. What's going on?
Okay, so I'm actually playing a golf tournament. So there's like a little, but I found out today that it's at a bar. So it's
it is. Okay.
So it should be open to the public. I'm sure I could get more information too, but that's also I'm finally busy and I love it. I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm going to different states. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be worldwide. So we're this is everything that the little boy dreamed of, if that makes sense. So,
well, that makes a lot of sense, man. I'm glad that you're living in that, man. And all I can say, man, is keep moving forward. Brother, you're blessed. You got a great team around you. You're in a good headspace. I enjoyed kicking it with you tonight, man. And I ain't even gonna say hopefully the 19th I'm there. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get in contact with Kevin, Myra, and I make my way to you and whoever else from 1 Degree Entertainment down there, man. So we have a good time.
We look forward to having you. It'll be nice to chat with you in person.
Yes, sir, man. Well, this is how I'm signing off, man. And Cam, it's been a pleasure having you on the One Nation Podcast 864 tonight. But everybody, this has been Cam Nettles on the One Nation Podcast 864, 1 Degree Entertainment's own, and we are signing off tonight, man. Peace. All right, Cam.
All right, man.
All right, bro.